you. Thank you.
Bill.
How you doing, Dave?
Bill. Let's talk about the Killing Jesus. This is one of your Killing People series, best-selling novel.
Not a novel.
Not a novel.
It's all real.
Yeah, factual. But for young people, is it the story is for young people, or?
Yeah, we do the children's books off the adult books, and they've been very successful.
And now this will be the movie of the weekend. And what do you think? Have you seen it?
I did. We saw it last night. Debuted at Lincoln Center here in New York.
What is the running time?
2:15. 2 hours and 15 minutes.
What did you think of the production?
I thought, you know, Scott Free, Ridley Scott is the executive producer there. They did just a fabulous job. And I think this is one of the best TV films. You know, Lonesome Dove with Duvall, that was fabulous. This is up there. They shot it in Morocco, big budget. Acting is fabulous. Kelsey Grammer plays Herod. This new guy, a young actor, Haz Slayman, plays Jesus. He's a Muslim. And he just, you've never seen Jesus like this. If you look back,
I want to tell you something. I've never seen Jesus. I've seen pictures. Never seen him.
No, not in some of
I've
those
seen
late
photographs.
Remember, the first Jesus movie I saw was King of Kings.
In films, sure.
Right,
yeah,
the actor Jeffrey Hunter. He was the surfing Jesus.
The surfing Jesus.
Right, blue eyes, blonde hair, born in the...
Now, are you in the film?
I am not. I'm the executive producer.
But what an opportunity, though.
For me to be
say you like
nailed to the cross, right?
No. but in a crowd scene or something, you know.
Yeah, I would. Blue eyes and blonde. Yeah, it's perfect.
Fit right in.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I'm sure it'll be a wonderful success.
Thank you.
And what books do you have in the pipeline?
We're going to announce in May the next Killing book, which will be out in September. I'll give you a hint. I can't tell you why, because then people start to undercut it. But it's going to be a politician, and it's going to be pretty interesting.
Have you thought about this? And I know you have. That one day you're going to have to continue the series. You're going to have to actually start killing people. So then you can write about who's been killed.
Well, Lincoln and Kennedy and Patton, they're not people.
Yeah, but it's a. What about a more uplifting look at the history of the world?
Like maybe something so-and-so's in a coma, so they're not dead?
No, so somebody having a nice day.
Yeah.
Having fun at the office.
That sounds like right up my alley. Yeah.
Now listen, let's get serious here for a second. This Ted Cruz, what do you think of Ted Cruz?
I like him. He adds some well-needed candor to the ceremonies. I don't think he's going to win, but he's a straight shooting guy, a very traditional conservative man. And I just like the fact that he's in and he's going to stir it up. You know, he's going to call people pinheads, maybe throw things at them. I like all that.
Yes, that'd be good.
Yeah.
But will he, now he announced at the Liberty College, which is Jerry Falwell's place?
Old place, yeah.
And that was, of course, purposeful, because he wanted to establish his the base, the core of the extreme right-wing part of the Republican Party. Is that?
I don't know if he's that extreme. He went to Harvard. You know, he's a senator. He's certainly a unapologetic conservative traditional man.
Right.
Extreme. I mean, I don't think he's Barry Goldwater. He wants to nuke people. I don't think he's in that range.
Right. But now, have the Republicans done enough now with this nomination, or I'm sorry, this announcement, to broaden their appeal?
No.
Is there a Republican?
I mean, you want an honest answer. They have to basically put together a platform that's going to get some minority voters to come over, Hispanic Americans in particular. They have to appeal to conservative and traditional women. So they just can't do ideology down the line if they want to beat Hillary Clinton. You gotta really, you know.
Okay, so let's say Ted Cruz starts doing that. Will then that alienate his core?
He has to do it in a way that is what they call inclusive. It's not easy to do it. He's going to run to the right because Iowa, New Hampshire, that conservative voters dominate, and then he tries to go to the middle. That's what they all do.
But didn't they, after the election, wasn't there gatherings where people got together and they said, look, we know what we have to do. The Republican Party is being a bit wobbly, if not derailed. We know what we have to do now to broaden our appeal. And it seemed like, okay, self-examination is the key to a good life, but yet have they done that?
Not yet. And it depends. There's going to be a lot of candidates. I figure 8 to 10. And then the candidate who is able to articulate a message that reaches people who would normally vote Republican will win.
And what about Hillary?
She's going to run. I mean, the key to Hillary Clinton's future is whether the House investigative committees will call her under oath to testify about this email situation. So then she's there. That is a real danger for her. If she doesn't have to do that, she'll get around it, and she'll be, no competition. Democratic Party, she'll get the nomination.
Right. And do you think that some Democrats are thinking Hillary Clinton has been around forever, has done a great job, a senator, a first lady, a secretary of state, but maybe she has a little political wear on her? Maybe we'd like to see a new Democratic
There
face.
isn't anybody who can compete with Hillary Clinton. No one.
Is that right, in the Democratic Party?
There's no one who can do it, and no one will do it other than people like Martin O'Malley, the former governor of Maryland, because they don't want to alienate the Democratic machine. Look, Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, could compete with her. Not going to do it. He's going to wait. So she has the nomination unless it's going to get derailed by something beyond her control.
And, okay, so let's just play the game the way everybody does, so that it's Ted Cruz and Hillary Clinton. Anything there? Close? Not close?
I don't think Ted Cruz is going to get the nomination for the Republican side.
Who do you think it might be then?
I think it's going to be either Walker, the governor of Wisconsin, or Jeb Bush.
Oh, see, I forgot completely about Jeb Bush.
How could you do that?
Well, no, but it's interesting because Ted Cruz is a pretty smart fellow in terms of staging his announcement, to the extent that I had completely forgotten about Jeb Bush.
I mean, look, it's a long time in a year and all the debates and primaries and all of the bloviating. So someone will emerge. It always happens that way. But believe me, Hillary Clinton is going to be tough to beat. And the Republicans better get on it if they want to win it.
What about Chris Christie? Anything
I don't think
there?
the governor of New Jersey has a chance right now, but I like his jib. I like the verve he brings. But I don't think this is his time.
Yeah, because they have started now taking down the George Washington Bridge.
Have they disassembled it?
Yes, it's being disassembled, it's being placed on barges, and it's being sent to Kankakee.
Yeah. That might back up traffic a little up there.
We'll be right back with Big Bill O'Reilly, everybody. Big Bill O'Reilly, ladies and gentlemen. You think Pete Rose, they have a new commissioner of baseball, and he sent a letter to the new commissioner asking him to reconsider his lifetime ban in baseball. Do you think Pete Rose ought to be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes. I want amnesty for Pete Rose. He made a mistake. He paid a price, and the guy is a fabulous baseball player. So let's bring him back.
Yes, I agree with the one qualifier, which is Pete Rose now, I think, is bigger than the Hall of Fame.
Put on a few pounds now?
Well, no. I mean, honest to God, if you look at his statistics and you look at the adoration that he carries with him, not just from Cincinnati and the other clubs he played with, but all across the United States, people who love baseball love Pete Rose.
And he did it no juice. Remember, he didn't use the juice. He did it on his own skill. And Willie Mays and Hank Aaron and these guys, I admire them really. I mean, so I want Rose back.
Have you ever been suspended from a job that you've had?
No.
I've done things where I thought I was going to get suspended. But I have not been suspended. But I will say I probably should, on a couple of occasions, probably should have been suspended.
Steroids?
Yeah. That's right. And then I think of my friend Brian Williams, and this is really an enigma and a conundrum, and I don't know which either word means what. But should he? It seems to me that suspension now should be lifted, and he should come back if he wants to come back. Don't you think so?
From the very beginning, I've said that, we have a sport in the United States called Let's Destroy the Famous Person. And that's what happened to him. And I think that NBC should bring him back. I think they will bring him back. That being said, I think Lester Holt, who I work with here in New York on Channel 2, is doing a great job in the chair. So maybe they want to use Williams' talent in a different way. Because Williams is a funny guy. He's got a lot of energy. I mean, just reading a teleprompter doesn't seem to me to be really doing justice to his skill set. So I see NBC bringing him back and maybe in another capacity to do something that gives him a little broader canvas.
Well, I think you diminish it to just reading the teleprompter, but it went beyond that. It transcended that because he really was in the top 20 most trusted people.
But you can't ad-lib on the news. He can't entertain. He's a good entertainer.
Yes, he's a very well-rounded, very smart, very dynamic man. But the question is now, if he was confused about certain details that really had nothing to do with a news story or the outcome of a news story, okay, we can overlook that.
Absolutely. Look, what happens is this is my 16th time on with Dave, and I mean how time flies.
16 times?
16 times.
Wow.
What happens on shows like this is you get on and you don't want to be a boring idiot, and you want to please you. I don't, but most guests do. They want Dave to like them. So you get in this storytelling mode where you're trying to tell an interesting story to get your attention.
I want you to like me.
I don't know if that's going to happen, Dave. So that's what happened to him. He just got a little carried away. And the overreaction to it, I felt sorry for him and his family. I don't know him that well. But I think NBC should bring him back.
I think NBC should bring him back. And when this came up, and then people started saying, well, Bill O'Reilly himself may have said things that were exaggerated or untrue, and they had to go back like 30 years.
38 years.
38 years of the Falkland War and to the invasion of Grenada and all things like that. And what I noticed, now is there a difference? Forget that yours are not contemporary necessarily. They have some history to them. But say they had happened within the last year or so. Would there have been a difference between the two circumstances?
Only if I didn't, if I did something that wasn't true. And what I did was accurate. Okay, what I said was accurate. So we had a controversy there, and we put forth what my side was. They put forth what their side was. Folks decided. And, you know, it worked out okay for me. I got even more viewers. But the problem is...
So wait a minute, you got more viewers?
Yeah, 20% up.
20% up? Mm-hmm. When people thought you were making stuff up, they started...
They didn't think that. But they didn't think that because I hit it immediately hard. And I said, look, this is the facts. This is what happened. But it was politically... Look, when you got to go 38 years back in my life, when I'm 12 years old... 3, 4, 5. When I'm 12, only 12. You know, come on. So
now, let me ask you this: did NBC do the right thing on behalf of the #1 news anchor man in the United States for the last 10, 12 years?
I cannot answer the question because I don't have the data that NBC has. So I cannot answer that question.
Did your network, Fox, did they do the right thing by you?
Well, I gave them plenty of data to look at, and my publishers as well, Henry Holt. I gave them an unbelievable amount of stuff, so they made their decision.
Yeah. Have you ever fibbed on the air?
Fibbed?
Yeah.
Not that I know of. I mean, what I do is analysis different from what other people do. So I bloviate and give my opinion, as you well know. Right. But no, it's not worth it for me to do that.
But
really
still, it comes down to the same thing with you and Brian. While yours is an editorial position,
right.
His is the neutral conveying of the news. Trust is the residue of both positions. So people must trust you to the same degree. They might disagree with you, but they must trust you the same way they trust Brian.
And that's an excellent point. I've been on the air, and I'm in the 19th season now. 15 years at #1. Our ratings now are as high as they've ever been. So I think they do trust me, and I'm glad they do.
Right. Okay, so there's the parallel. The situation at #1 is the same for Brian Williams, and the people have trusted him. And the network, I think now, should okay, we've all had a chance to think this over. Let's lift the suspension, bring the man back, and let him do what he does.
I don't disagree with that, and I think viewers would still trust Brian Williams.
I think so, absolutely.
Okay, so I don't think he's damaged that way.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of what way is the best way to use him.
Well, I still think he could be the anchorman if that's what he wants to be, because what he was not doing was, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen Martians. Run for your lives. They're outside the building. Go to your basements immediately. The Martians are here. Now, he didn't do that.
That would not have been good if he had.
Wasn't all that good when I did it either, was it? Look, ladies and gentlemen, Killing Jesus, Sunday, March 29th. How many nights is it? Is it
Just one night?
1 night, 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Right.
And it's all about, it's the retelling.
Jesus.
I understand that.
Yeah. Can I say something before?
Yes, please do.
Look, I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you,
You know
Big
what?
Bill.
Because Letterman and I, over the years, have sparred around, and we've had a little contention in this and that. But he always had me back. I always got my say, and I'm happy to be on here and to say you farewell. And
That's
I hope you do really
very,
well.
very kind of you. You've always been a great guest.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bill O'Reilly. We'll be right back with Aubrey Plaza, ladies and gentlemen.